Okay, so I love convention. I don't know. Oh, see, he always needs food, this kid. Here you go. Um, I've gone to two conventions already. I went to Vancouver 2 years ago, and then last year I went to Calgary. And let me tell you, it's a really weird feeling to just decide to hop aboard a plane and fly to Vancouver by yourself to go meet people that you don't know. I really had a hard deciding to do it, but I just figured, sorry, I'm just muting you all. But I figured I might as well just go for it. I really love Osborne. I love what it's done for my life and for my family. And so I thought I might as well go. Lots of our team members were going to the Vancouver one. So I'm like, oh, what the heck, I'll just go for it. So I booked a room with somebody who I didn't know. The only way I knew her was like this, through Zoom. So it's kind of weird for me because I'm shy and I don't really like the idea of sharing rooms with people, but it worked out really well. It was good and it was so fun. So I'm glad that I've gone. This year we're going to Toronto. So convention is January 10th to 12th in Toronto at the Marriott Downtown Eaton Center, I think it's called. And the rooms are $138 a night. So if you do want to come and you're looking for a roommate, make sure you post in our convention event. And if you're not in the event, make sure that you ask your sponsor or your supervisor to add you to the event so that we can help try to book people in to share rooms if they want to, just to try to save a little bit of money. Convention itself is $175 plus tax for registration. But if you're a new consultant that signed up in August or later, then you get the early bird price, which is $135 plus tax. So I'm not sure if Karen's going to do any more monthly incentives where you can try to get like a discount on that price or not, but it is a really reasonable price for what you're getting out of it. You get to come and you get to learn from all of the other consultants who are there. You get to network with people. You get to listen to like all the keynote speaker who's coming. Peter Osborne comes in all the way from the UK with Jenny Tyler, who is the director of publishing. They come together and we do sessions together. It's just really fun. And then there's an award ceremony where we get to celebrate. And our team, I have a feeling, is going to clean house again like last year because we're on the top. We always are. And it's so much fun to sit there and just, I don't know. It's just exciting watching everybody celebrate the success that they've worked so hard for all year. So I'll go kind of through the itinerary for the past 2 years. This one's not out yet. I'm just kind of going by what we've done in the past, and I assume it's not going to change too much. So anybody who is on the Elite President's Council will want to be there for Wednesday because we have an Elite dinner, which is like supper and drinks, and it's just for the Elite Council, and Karen Powell joins us, and Peter and Jenny also join us for supper. So it's really fun to just get that one-on-one time with Peter and Jenny to get kind of like pick their brain and talk about the books. And they really want to hear our stories and talk about what we're doing and how we're finding our success. Last year at the Elite dinner, I was talking to Jenny. She was sitting beside me at supper, and I don't know, we got on the topic of the book, What is Pooh? I don't know why. And I told her, I said, but my son keeps asking me for what is pee. And she laughed and she said, and she's British, right? So she's like, well, why haven't we thought of that? And she's like, we're going to do it, but we shall call it What is We. And so then like that, the next day she'd come up to me and she said, I've already talked to the publishers and the illustrators, and we're going to get What is We made up. So when you see that book coming, you can thank my son because that is his idea. So I love that. It's so fun being able to just share your ideas with them. So there's the Elite dinner that night, and then we'll just go and have supper. And then there's a hospitality suite at the hotel where anybody can go hang out anytime. And there's always like champagne and stuff in there, and just to sit there and hang out with anybody from other teams, and anybody Osborne just gets to hang out in that room. So we'll probably go there after the dinner. And then Thursday morning, the Elite gets to meet for free breakfast again with Peter and Jenny. So a nice little private breakfast that's paid for. And then we all go to the President's Council meeting. So anybody who is on the regular President's Council should plan to be there for Thursday morning. From 9 to 12, we have a meeting. where we brainstorm and network and share ideas. What?
My movie skipped.
Well, go tell Dad. He'll fix your movie. And then it's followed by a free catered lunch. So the President's Council gets a lunch together. And then that afternoon, the Elite Council gets whisked off to the spa for the afternoon. And anybody who else is there can just kind of roam around or lounge or go sightseeing, or we can start a thread in the convention group for anybody who is not on the President's Council who's there, and then just make some plans to hang out together. And then we kind of have to figure out our own supper that night. There's nothing planned for supper, but we could plan a team supper if we wanted to. And then the welcome reception is that night from 7 till 9. So for anybody who's not on President's Council or Elite, you could plan to just be there Thursday evening for the welcome reception too. So it's from like 7 till 9, and then after that, basically everybody kind of goes their separate ways. You can go back to your room, go up to the hospitality suite and visit some more, whatever you want to do. And then so Friday morning, there's another breakfast with Peter and Jenny. So that's been a monthly incentive that people have been eligible to win. I can't remember what month it was. I want to say maybe July or August or something. There was an incentive where you could earn the free breakfast with Peter and Jenny. So that those two breakfasts, there will be one Friday morning and Saturday morning. And then, I don't know, Karen will let us know the schedule of when whoever wins them gets to go have them. And then so the sessions, the regular sessions start at 9 o'clock and go till about 4 that afternoon. And I don't know the itinerary of what the schedule is going to be for sessions, but generally the keynote speaker does like a big presentation, and her name is Lindsay Tompkins, and I guess she's a social media trainer. You can look her up on the Usborne website because they've listed all of the information about her, and she seems like she's going to be amazing. Social media is basically the way that we're selling our books. So it's going to be amazing to hear all of her fresh new ideas. Then Peter and Jenny come and they do like a brainstorming session, and they do a new release session. So we get to see all of, like, they do a presentation on the big board and they show all the new releases for the following year. So we get to see all the books that are coming, well, not all, but most of the new books that are coming in 2019. And they also actually bring most of them because they're already in print over there. So they bring them and we get to get them at prizes. So they just draw random numbers, and if your name gets drawn, you get to go pick any new release you want. There's going to be tons of free books because all of the books at the warehouse that are slightly damaged that they don't want to sell out to customers, they're going to bring tons of those to give as prizes, and there's nothing wrong with them. They'll be great for even your own kids or giveaways. So yeah, plan extra room in your suitcase for some free books. So Friday sessions 9 to 4, and then one of the teams is going to win a party. It's a team party that's held in the hospitality suite, and generally order some pizza, and they have snacks and champagne and stuff. I don't know who's going to win. It's based on attendance. So anybody in your downline that comes counts as 1 point, and you get like 2 points if they're coming from out of province. So anybody traveling from outside of Ontario counts as 2 points. Last year, Brandy's team won, so we had everybody just kind of met. She didn't exclude all of us who weren't technically in her downline anymore. We all just hung out together, and it was really fun. So we'll see what happens. I feel like Raylan's team might be in the running here because she's got so many people locally that might want to come. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see when it's announced. But anybody, if we don't win the team party, we can just go out for supper, order pizza or something, and then get ready for the award ceremony that night. I think the award ceremony usually starts about 7. Right before the ceremony starts, though, Peter and Jenny stand and pose for pictures, so you can go have your picture taken with them, either as a group or individually, and you can bring books for them to sign. It's really nice to be able to bring a couple books from your stock and have them autographed, and then you can offer them as prizes on your page. I did a giveaway after, and well, actually I did a giveaway before I went to convention, and whoever won got to choose which book they wanted autographed, and then I mailed it to them after. So you can have a lot of fun with what you do with your autographed books. And then so the award ceremony, we'll have fun. again, I feel like we're going to do pretty well at the award ceremony, so we should probably go out and celebrate with some drinks after. I don't know Toronto at all, so if anybody who lives locally wants to scope out a place that's really close to the hotel for us that we can walk to, that'd be awesome. And then Saturday morning, again, there's the breakfast with Peter that'll be about, I think, probably from 7:30 or 8 until sessions start at 9. And again, I don't know what the sessions are going to be yet, but I know that it always ends with the most exciting things, which is the trip announcement. And we get to find out where the next trip incentive is going to be. And then also a kit sale. There's always a kit sale right after convention, and we get to be the first ones that find out the details, how much the cost is, what's going to be in the kit. We get all that info. So like we can literally be on our pages getting people excited about this upcoming kit sale like 5 minutes after it's announced. So that's a huge bonus to be in there. What else do we do? I know Karen was asking me for suggestions if I have any ideas on any sessions that we'd like to see from other consultants. So if you guys have any ideas for that, please let me know. I know for me, I always have left convention feeling super, super motivated and inspired, and you just leave. You want the trip for one thing, but you just leave full of all these amazing new ideas, and you're super excited to start building your team with the new kit sale coming. And it's just great. You meet so many new people. Like there's a few people here that came last year. I know Sam came, and it's so nice to actually meet your team face to face and be able to hang out. And then you just like leave feeling so much closer than you did before you got there. And it doesn't actually feel scary. Like I'm shy. So for me to just go and meet a bunch of random people seems terrifying, but we're all there for the same reason. And I feel like I know lots of you guys just through Zoom. So you just kind of go, I'm not a hugger, but if you come, I'll probably hug you because it feels more awkward to not hug you than to actually do it. So be warned, I'll probably hug you if you come, unless you don't want me to. That seems super awkward. So things to pack, make sure you have comfy shoes because you're going to be in them all day long. A notebook, a water bottle, or a coffee mug or something, maybe some granola bars or some snacks. The dress code's basically business casual, dress pants, anything comfy. Lots of people wear leggings, just whatever you're comfortable in. I had to speak last year and I was terrified, and I was like, you know what? I'm not a dressy kind of person. I wore jeans, whatever. Wear whatever you're comfortable in and whatever makes you happy. For the award ceremony, most people dress pretty fancy. Like I've seen people in like their graduation gowns. People dress up. I mean, it's a ceremony, right? So you want to dress nice. Other than that, I don't know that there's any more. Oh, except for that in our sweepstakes draw that we're doing, there's an extra prize for anybody who comes to convention. Somebody's going to win a $50 spa gift card. So it'll be to wherever your local spa is. We'll just give you the gift card after we do the draw kind of thing. So that's another bonus to come in. So somebody will win that. There's no questions in the chat. Does anybody want to unmute yourself? Actually, I'm going to make Sam go on the spot here. Sam came last year, first time convention attender. Do you want to tell everybody how you felt about it?
At first, I was brand new. So I signed up in October of last year. And then I was hearing all these rumblings about this convention. And I was like, okay, well, where is it? And then Val told me it was in Calgary. And I was like, okay, well, this could work because I'm originally from Calgary and I have family there. So I got to save on flights and hotels because I just stayed with my dad. So and he was like my personal chauffeur, so I didn't have to drive downtown. And I remember showing up the Friday morning and I was like super nervous. I didn't know anybody except to see them on Zooms. And so I remember going in to the little room at first and I was like, okay, I kind of recognized some faces. And then I saw Val, and again, she had told us beforehand she's not a hugger. And then I saw her and she immediately hugged me, and I was like, oh, I thought you weren't a hugger. So, but then it was just like, because you talk to people on these Zooms and you see their faces and you kind of get a sense of people's personalities and stuff. It's really not scary. As nervous as I was to go, like as soon as I sat down and started talking to people, and everybody's so nice. And it is, like Val said, really awesome to meet people who are on your team. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be attending Toronto this year. I just could not swing it with finances and childcare. So I'm either going to be in Vancouver the year after, or if they decide to throw one in Saskatchewan, I'm definitely going in 2020. But as a brand new consultant going to convention, I would highly recommend it. If you can make it happen, go. Not only do like all the great things that Val said, but just to meet other people who are doing this, to see all the new releases that come out or that are being released later that year, to meet Peter and Jenny. And like Val said, I had a couple of books that I got signed, a couple for my son, and then 2 that I had signed, and I did giveaways to customers on my business page for those. So, and they really like that, right? They're like, oh, hey, it's signed by the guy that made, founded Usborne Books kind of thing. So, and just the information, like last year, one of the speakers was Melanie Moore, and she is with CinchShare, and I love CinchShare. Like at first, like I'm a cheap person, so I was like, okay, I'll take my free trial, but now I pay for it because it's amazing. So had I not gone, I wouldn't know what CinchShare is, and I wouldn't know how awesome it could be. So the speakers that they have there all will give you different things to better your business and ideas, and just, and you get free books when you go, like you get prizes and stuff, right? Like on-time draws and stuff like that. So the overall whole experience, I didn't stay in the hotel, so I didn't, I didn't get to party and stuff with the girls, but whatever. That's just a little side bit of it. But the whole thing, honestly, if I could swing going to Toronto, I would be going, but I'm actually really bummed that I can't, because one of my best friends just signed up and joined my team, and she just moved to Kingston, and she was going to come to Toronto and like just hang out with me even while I was at convention. And now I'm like, well, now she could have gone because she's a consultant. But anyways, the bottom line is, if you can go and you're brand new, even if you're not brand new, but if you're brand new and you can go, I would go. Like, you'll be inspired and like fired up. It's a brand, like, and Val said, there's, usually there's a kit sale, so you're fired up to get home and get recruiting, and you're just on this high after being around all these amazing people all weekend and the amazing books and everything. So I'm pretty bummed I can't go, but there's next year. So
yeah. Actually, one of the girls on our team, I don't think she's here because she's at work probably, but Jocelyn, who just promoted to supervisor, she actually signed up on that kit sale right after right when I was talking to her actually like through texting while I was on the airplane. Melissa, the date is January 10th to 12th. And somebody asked, when does it end on Saturday? It ends about 4 o'clock. So you can either choose to fly home, drive home, whatever, right after it ends on Saturday, or you can stick around and leave Sunday. Lots of us kind of stick around so we can just hang out and relax a little, because it's very busy. Like there's not a lot of downtime. So Saturday night, it's nice to just kind of sit back and relax and visit. And last year we went out for supper, and when we were in Vancouver, me and 2 of the girls, we went to like just walking around the city and stuff. It was just fun. There was something else that I was going to add in, but I can't remember what it was. Laura, do you want to talk? You came last year and you're coming again.
Yeah, it was a really good experience for me. It was first time not knowing anyone, and I'm not really tech savvy, so I didn't really get to know a lot of the girls through Zoom either. So when I decided to go, it was like taking a leap of faith. But I'm really glad that I did. It was nice to meet a lot of the girls. You become kind of just sort of, the family just grows because you connect with different people. You learn a lot. I had a chance to learn a little bit more about computers from Sam.
Is she cutting out for everybody or just me?
She cut out for me as well.
She looks frozen, right?
The last I heard was she learned about computers.
From you? I thought she said from you, from Sam.
That's what it sounded like she was gonna say, but I was like, what did I show her? But
One thing that I want to mention is that, like, you're never alone. Like, we make a really big point of making sure that we stick together as a group and that nobody gets left behind or nobody feels like they're alone there. So we always have, like, we'll make like a group chat with anybody who's there. So that way we can be like, okay, well, we're in this room, or we're going to this room, or we're going here to eat. So then everybody can kind of come together. Because that was my biggest fear. I'm like, I'm going to go here and then I'm going to, like, get, like, left behind and be alone and scared in Vancouver. So, like, that was my fear. So I always just want to make sure that everybody knows that that is not going to happen. Okay, somebody asked about, well, Joe, come, you're close-ish. It usually goes Calgary, Toronto, Vancouver. Karen's talked about switching it up again for next year, so I have no idea where it's going to be, but I'm sure it'll be announced at convention what it's going to be for the next year.
here's to hoping it's in Saskatchewan somewhere.
Yeah, well, I've been telling you, because they usually plan it where the most people are, because they want the best attendance that they can get, right? I mean, it's expensive for them to, get everything organized and to have Peter and Jenny come. So they want the most people there that they can possibly get. So they generally usually pick the places where the most consultants are closest to, but there's a lot of us in Saskatchewan and Manitoba now, so I feel maybe confident that something will happen one year.
I'm holding out hope.
Anybody else? Is anybody here coming for sure? I know Flora is coming. Jen, you should be coming, I'm sure. Nicole, are you coming? Is Nicole here?
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm on Steph's phone because we're together.
I was looking, I was like, okay, that looks like Nicole. And so I'm like, maybe they're twins. I don't know.
Yes, I'm coming, and I live near, so if you want ideas for places to walk to, we can come up with ideas.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to plan some, suppers together and stuff like that. Go out for drinks after the award ceremony or something. Do something fun as a group after.
Sounds good.
Jessica has her hand raised. I don't know what that means, but if you want to talk, go for it. I don't even see you. You're on mute. Are you wanting to talk? It just says you have your hand raised. You're on mute. Oh, I'll unmute you. There. Now.
Okay. I don't know how I did that. I didn't mean to do that. I just meant to say that I am coming for sure.
Oh, good. Where are you coming out of?
I live in Geraldton, so Northern Ontario. I'm about 16 hours north of Toronto.
Okay. So you'll fly, right? You're not going to drive that?
I'm flying. Yeah, I'm definitely flying. I've already booked my flight, so
Good.
and my room. Yeah.
Yes, my flight is booked already. My room is booked. I'm just excited. I love convention. It's funny because people used to make fun of me because I was like the scared one. The first year that I went to Vancouver, I was like, I was on the elite council, but I held off way too long to to book my flight, and then I couldn't book my flight for the day that I ended up wanting to come, and I ended up having to miss the elite dinner and the president's council meeting in the morning because I couldn't get a flight in. So don't hold as long as I did.
Is it the people who are on President's Council this term, or because I'm supposed to be on next term, so it's the ones on this term, right?
It will be both terms for anybody on President's or the elite for the entire year.
Okay, so I might have to change my flight then because I booked it to not go, but that's okay.
And I mean, like, it's not like the end of the world, but it is nice to go. I mean, it's a bonus. They give us, like, boxes of chocolates and little treats, and we get to sit in on the meeting and just discuss things, like just be part of the discussion all morning and things that we'd like to see happening and just learning from other people. We have a really great team, and we have a big team, and we have so many people that are so good at so many different things. But I did take away a lot of things from other people's teams from when they were talking. So it is nice to just hear what other people are doing, what works for them too. Because, I mean, we don't know everything. We know a lot, but we don't know everything. So it's nice to hear what other teams are doing too. Do you guys have any suggestions on what you'd like to see as far as sessions or speakers, like other consultants from other teams? Maybe you don't even know any of them, but Karen asked me and I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, I have no idea. Okay, well, if nobody has anything else to say, we might as well get going. I hope you guys come. And if you're not in the convention group and you want to be, make sure you just let us know and make sure that you get in there. Okay, I'm going to end this thing then. You're welcome. See you guys. I don't know when we have our next Zoom planned, but have a great rest of the month anyway. I am going to do this Zoom again in a few days, just for the people who want to come at night. So.
And don't forget to post your ID in this thread too, so we can mark you down for wildcards.
Yes. I should talk about that for a second, actually. So some people don't actually know what the wildcards are. On about like somewhere at the first week of October-ish, it takes a while for the office to compile, because all year since January, just one second, we've been working on wildcards. So every month there's a different way. Go tell Dad, okay? Every month there's a different way that you can earn wildcard points. It could be for hosting parties. It could be for attending trainings like this one. Just whatever. Every month there's a different way that you can get entered for wildcards, and then your supervisor sends in those points. And the office does a live draw. So they do a live draw. It'll probably be on the 25th anniversary page, I assume. And they just do like a computer, you know, like random name picker, basically like that. They actually have to go through and put in like hundreds and hundreds of names. So every time that you've earned a wild card, you're going to get your name into that draw. And they push the button and it spins around, and then somebody wins the trip. Like somebody's going to go on the Caribbean cruise who hasn't necessarily earned, have the sales or the recruit points or whatever that you need. Anybody could just win. So I hope that it's somebody on our team. I think it's going to be amazing. And I just wish you good luck, because you want to be on the Usborne trips. They're so much fun. I'm not a traveler. We never go anywhere. Last year to the Bahamas was my first trip ever. And so now I basically have the travel bug, which you've probably noticed from all of my trips. I want this for my whole family. So comment so we know that you were here watching this, and then we'll make sure that you get your wildcard points.